All right, good morning, everybody. We will go ahead and get started. I want to be respectful of everybody's time. I know you're taking 30 minutes out of your day, and that means something to us. And we want to make sure we jump right in and really kind of concentrate a great training session for 30 minutes. And then I know everyone's going to get back at it, and we're all working hard. And we're in April, right? And we've got a lot of year ahead of us. So I know everyone is wanting to gain momentum and hit their sales numbers for the year and be successful. And part of that is partnering with the right carrier. And so we're excited to bring you one of many. We're really recommitted to providing training to our independent agents and our MGAs and our relationships across the country to really help you not only learn more about our products, but help you be more impactful and really help you reach more clients by offering solutions that meet the needs of our customers. So today we're going to take some time and talk about the whole life sales you're missing. And before we do that, I want to talk a little bit about who we are and what we're about, and then we'll get into kind of the meat of the presentation. So if we can go to the next slide, Kevin. So I'm Nathan Driskill, Vice President of Individual Sales, and I have with me Kevin Dunne, one of our regional wholesalers for individual sales. And we're excited to be with you this morning to really talk about how Assurity Life is focused on meeting the needs of middle market consumers by partnering with independent distribution partners like yourself. If we can go to the next slide. We're going to talk today about why whole life, why now. We're going to talk about some solutions that consumers want, some new market opportunities, and give you some sales ideas and some tools that you can take away from this Zoom meeting today and be impactful right away or immediately. So if we can go to the next slide. So who are we? I think this is important. And look, I joined Assurity in November of last year. I spent 25 years with a very large stock company, and was excited to join a new organization, to put a new jersey on, and to be a part of a mutual company. And I kind of reset our mission and our vision as an organization, as a channel. Our individual sales team's mission is to be the premier relationship partner for successful independent client-focused groups like yourself. And our goal is to help you build long-term value in your agency, and we want to motivate your agents and staff to attract new producers and clients. And there's really three areas that I'm going to focus on in individual sales, and three reasons why you should partner with us and make us a core carrier if you're not already one. It's people. We're in the business of relationships, in the people business first, and we're a mutual company. And I think given all the volatility, all the change that's been happening in the industry, it's even more important to be with an organization that's in the business of helping our customers. And look, we're a mutual company, and we've been in business 132 years, and we're owned and accountable, and basically we're basically supporting our customers first, right? Owned and accountable to the people that we insure. And our customers come first by design, which is really uncommon today, which is crazy to say in the independent space. We're also a force for good. We're a certified B Corporation. And as a certified B Corp, we work to positive impacts to our communities to really provide more value in the communities that we serve and to serve the planet as well. And we believe in outstanding service last. We're in the people business, so you need to be able to pick up the phone and talk to one of our sales professionals, to talk to one of our customer service representatives. And I'm happy to say that out of Lincoln, that's our headquarters, Lincoln, Nebraska, we're able to provide all of the service and support under one roof. So people matter. We're in the relationship business first, and that's important for us in the partnership that we have together. We have amazing products, and today we're going to talk about our whole life product and our whole life portfolio. But we also have other life and health and annuity products that are designed to really help protect against life's three risks, which is death, disability, and illness. We're also going to give you great sales ideas, consumer materials and videos, and give you an ecosystem and an environment that allows you to have easy e-submission through our Quick Start platform and through iPipeline and our iGo application submission form. And then last is process. We know how hard it is, to get a client and to serve the communities that you serve, but we understand you have to get things done quickly. And that's one thing. As a mid-sized company, we're committed to improving our process. And that also includes instant decision through simplified underwriting. It also means direct access to underwriters and case managers on complex cases. And then it's more than just on the front end, it's also service after the sale, giving you a claim staff that's experienced and service oriented to really help you when that moment of truth happens, when we have to serve the customer during the moment of truth in our business. And then great technology. We're investing in technology, and that's agent resources, also helping you track your pending and in-force. So helping you along the way, getting stuff issued and delivering on a first-class process as well. So people, products, and process matter. We can go to the next slide. So again, why Assurity? The mutual strength that I talked about, working for good, tools built for your success, and again, giving you that service is extremely important when you're looking for a core carrier. And we want to earn the business. We understand how hard it is to be successful in our industry. And again, we want to be a partner that you are proud to work with to provide solutions to your clients on a regular basis. If we can go to the next slide, Kevin. So outstanding sales performance has its rewards, and I love to say that because I believe in really creating an environment where you're rewarded for all of your hard work. We just came off of our leaders conference last week. We were in beautiful Fort Lauderdale, Florida, at a Ritz-Carlton right there on the beach. We recognized all of our top leaders conference qualifiers and all of our President Circle qualifiers, and it really was just a great time again to kind of get the COVID bugs off of us, right? Just to get back out there face to face, to have a leaders conference again, which Assurity has been committed to for a long time, and just recognize the commitment, the relationship, and the hard work for all of our conference qualifiers. So again, congratulations to everyone who qualified, but we're more excited to talk about where we're going to go next year. So everyone's going to qualify, and I'll talk about the qualification levels in just a second, but we're going to be going to Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, and stay at the Fairmont Hotel right there in downtown Vancouver. So we're very excited about that. That's next June 17th to the 21st in 2024. And I want to talk about the qualification. So again, we understand how hard it is to be successful in this business, and to qualify for Leaders Conference, it's $90,000 in weighted premium. If you're already contracted with us, it's $90,000. If you're just getting contracted with us, which I know we've brought on a lot of new relationships over the last several months, we basically will prorate the qualification based on when you contract. So if you're just getting started, let's say April right now, qualification for conference is $67,500. If you want to qualify for our President Circle, which I want you to, $125,000 will get you to our President Circle requirement, and that'll give you an additional night's stay and also a special recognition dinner with our CEO and our senior leadership team. So again, it's all about creating the right environment for you to be successful, and it's also about rewarding your hard work and your commitment to Assurity, and we want to make sure we highlight our Leaders Conference. So let's get into the meat of the presentation. If we can go to the next slide there. So why whole life and why now? There's really three things why we feel like whole life is a great fit for consumers today. The first is guarantees in a volatile market. Right now we're dealing with high inflation. There's a lot of uncertainty in the market right now and a lot of volatility. And what I've seen over the years in my 26 years in this industry, when we go through seasons of this, people look for guarantees. Guarantees matter in our industry, and it's important for us to be able to provide solutions that we can stand behind. So we're proud of that. We're proud of our whole life product. We're proud to offer a guaranteed death benefit, provide guaranteed cash value within the contract, and of course, guaranteed premiums, where they lock in on the premiums that they're paid and they're not going to increase later, because of bad performance or volatility that's impacted the contract. So guarantees matter. Second, value beyond the death benefit. We understand that it's important for clients to access cash value, whether it's for college funding, whether it's for retirement planning or supplement to retirement. We understand access to cash value is important. So being able to access the value in the contract beyond the death benefit, and then also dividends. We understand it's important also to have dividends available to the consumer contract. And then third is flexibility. One thing that I'm very proud of is our accelerated living benefits that are automatically included in our whole life product that protects the client outside of just death. So if a client's chronically or terminally ill, they can access the life insurance policy to help them really go through a tough situation that's impacting their life. So more flexibility, more optionality for the client when they're facing a really tough issue like a chronic or terminal illness. And then optional living benefits. We have a critical illness rider that we'll talk about today that can help a client through a heart attack, stroke, or cancer, and it doesn't reduce the death benefit. And so they can easily add this to their policy, and it protects them not only if they die, but also if they get sick with a heart attack, stroke, or cancer. And then limited pay options. I don't want to pay my life premiums for the rest of my life. I want to be able to have an option to pay it up in 10 years, 20 years, maybe pay it up to age 65, or I could fund it for life. But giving clients flexible pay options that allow them to fund it based on how they want to fund it, and then have it guaranteed at the same time. So those are the three things why we feel like it's important to promote and sell whole life insurance, and why it's a great fit given the market that we're in today. So Kevin, I'll turn it over to you, and you'll get into some sales ideas and continue the presentation.
Thank you so much, Nathan. So yeah, when we look at solutions consumers want, we find that consumers really want certainty of permanent insurance. I love term insurance. Term insurance is great. And I would say term insurance, we can think of it as if insurance. It's going to be there for your family if you pass away. But with whole life, it's going to be there for your family when you pass away. And whole life provides all that certainty, guaranteed premiums, guaranteed death benefit, guaranteed cash value, really gives you peace of mind and certainty in these uncertain times. We also know that consumers want value for their dollar. Yes, whole life can be more expensive, but as $1 Million Roundtable Joe Jordan always says, is cost is only important in the absence of value. And you'll see from our sales ideas and examples today that Assurity's whole life provides tremendous value. And then clients are looking for a faster, easier experience. Like Nathan mentioned, we have the ability to do instant decision underwriting. No medical, instant decision, gets you paid quicker, gets a client covered fast, easy, and simple. So we have two different solutions when it comes to our whole life portfolio. We have our traditional whole life and our single premium whole life. So let's look at some highlights from each. So when we look at whole life, our face amount, we can go as low as 10,000. Issue ages, we can write juveniles up to 85-year-olds. We do have limited pay plans. The 10 pay and 20 pay are great options. I'm a huge fan of pay to age 65, so you don't have to worry about paying premiums in retirement. And then we do have pay for life. We have very strong accelerated underwriting available where we can get an instant decision right there on the spot, no medical needed. And I believe we are the only carrier in the industry who can write 61 to 85-year-olds up to 100,000 without needing a medical and the ability to get that instant decision. We have the built-in chronic and terminal illness riders that Nathan talked about. Great benefit, allows the clients to accelerate the death benefit if they're chronically or terminally ill. And then we have 9 optional riders that provide tremendous value, including the level term, paid up additions, critical illness, and the disability waiver of premium. And we have a nice competitive advantage here. I know a lot of other carriers will cap the amount of disability waiver of premium they can offer. I often see 10,000. We have no cap on this. So if somebody's paying 40, 50,000 a year, we can cover that entire amount with the disability waiver of premium. When we look at our single premium whole life, we have those same issue ages, benefit amounts. We do 10,000 and 4 and younger, 5,000 and up for 55 to 85. Very strong non-medical limits here. We do have those same chronic and terminal illness riders built in. And then we also have the single premium insurance rider, which is, it's just incredible. It really helps beef up the cash value and the death benefit. And we'll take a look at an example of using that in a minute. So opportunities in today's market. There are tons of opportunities out there just waiting for someone like you to come out and help protect a family with whole life or single premium whole life. There's a lot of security seekers out there. With the pandemic, just getting over the pandemic, inflation, interest rates rising, rising prices, there's a lot of anxiety, fear, uncertainty, and people are looking for guarantees. Guarantees matter, and whole life can really provide a family with that security they're seeking, give them peace of mind knowing that they have guaranteed death benefit coverage for the rest of their life, guaranteed cash value growth, and those guaranteed premiums that are never going to increase. If we take a look at 3 years of individual life insurance sales, you can see over the past 3 years, well over 65% of all sales have included some sort of perm insurance or a combination of perm and term. When we look at 2021, we saw the highest spike in life insurance sales in the past 40 years. Although so many bad things happened from the pandemic, one thing that did happen as well is it gave a lot of consumers a heightened sense of awareness of the importance of protecting their family. And I still see that heightened sense of awareness out there, and Assurity's Whole Life can really give people that protection that they want for the rest of their life. So let's look at a sales idea. We've got Jake, he's 40, his wife, Kristen's 38, and they have one child. They want permanent coverage for their family so they know they can stay in their home. Our solution is a $200,000 whole life policy with a $30,000 critical illness benefit rider, which would cover their mortgage payment for 2 years if they were to have a covered critical illness like a heart attack, cancer, or stroke. And just want to take a second to highlight this critical illness benefit and why it provides so much value. If we take a look at the American Heart Association and the American Cancer Society, alarming statistics. Every 40 seconds, someone in the US is having a stroke. Every 25 seconds, someone in the US will suffer from a coronary event. Every 21 seconds, someone in the US is diagnosed with cancer. And if we look at over somebody's lifetime, 1 in 2 men will experience cancer at some point, and 1 in 3 women will experience cancer at some point. So having this critical illness benefit just provides so much value. So let's take a look at this solution. If we get Jake and Kristen both $200,000 whole life policy with $30,000 critical illness rider, it will cost Jake $310.43 a month and Kristen $254.06 a month. So if we look at a scenario, let's say I sell Jake this policy. He's 40 now. At 42, he gives me a call and says, Kevin, I just had a heart attack. Is there anything in my policy that can help? I can let him know, yes, Jake, we got that critical illness rider. We're going to pay you $30,000 lump sum tax-free, can help with your mortgage payments, your medical bills, anything you need while you're recovering. He gives me a call at age 47. Kevin, I just had a stroke. Is there anything in my policy that can help? Well, Jake, glad we really got that critical illness rider. We're going to be able to pay you another $30,000, 100% tax-free, help with your mortgage payments, medical bills, anything you need while you recover. He gives me a call back at age 65. Kevin, you're not going to believe it. I just got diagnosed with cancer. Well, Jake, I'm so glad we got this policy in place for you. We're going to pay you another $30,000 from that critical illness rider lump sum to be able to help out with whatever you need. At age 65, after paying out $90,000 in the critical illness rider, his death benefit has not decreased at all. It's still guaranteed to be at least $200,000, and based on our current dividends, it's actually projected to be $234,517. He will have guaranteed cash value of at least $69,040 at that point, with a projected cash value based on our dividend scale of $85,000. And then if he were to pass away at age 85, at that point, we would pay out his beneficiaries, his family, $275,000, 100% tax-free based on our current dividend scale. So tremendous value here. If he lives, he has access to cash value for emergencies, opportunities, whatever he needs. If he has a critical illness, we're going to pay out $30,000 on that. If he becomes chronically or terminally ill, he or Kristen can accelerate their death benefit. And when they pass away, we're going to pay out that death benefit 100% tax-free to their family. So this is an incredible solution. This is what clients are looking for, value more than just a death benefit. And this type of plan can really help protect clients in multiple ways. But we often miss out on additional opportunities when we run into these clients. And the question I tell producers to ask all the time is, whenever you sell a life insurance policy, ask your client, and how are we going to protect the rest of your family? And they'll often say, what do you mean? Well, we can get your children covered with the child term rider, or in my opinion, a better solution is to get them their own policies as well. So we're missing out on a lot of opportunities to insure the children as well. And let's take a look at that. So 40% of all whole life sales at Assurity are juvenile policies. So Jake and Kristen, they want to get a policy for their 1-year-old daughter, Grace. They don't want to have to pay premiums for life. The solution, we can get a $25,000 whole life policy, 20 pay, add the guaranteed insurability rider that will give her the ability to get more insurance later in life, even if she becomes uninsurable, if her health were to change, and add the payer benefit rider. Let's say Kristen's paying for the policy. If anything happens to Kristen, she becomes disabled or passes away, Assurity will pay the premiums until Grace turns 25, or in this case, until it's completely paid up. And this solution will only cost $304.95 a year. When we look at 7 reasons to sell children's whole life, 1, it's quick underwriting and instant decision. Fast, easy, and simple. We can do face amounts from $10,000 up to $100,000 without financial verification. Other carriers are going to make you verify how much the parents have. We don't ask up to $100,000. We also allow grandparents to own and pay for the policy. The policy builds cash value and is eligible for dividends. I talk about this all the time. Whenever somebody mentions Walt Disney, or if I'm talking about juvenile policies with a producer, ask the client, did you know Walt Disney took money out of his whole life policy to help fund Disney World? How cool would it be if your child or your grandchild took the money out of the whole life policy that you got them to help fund the first theme park on Mars? And that usually gets the client to have a big smile on their face. They kind of chuckle, but they imagine what their child, what their loved one can do with this policy later in life. We do have these easy payment options, 10 pay, 20 pay, or pay for life. It protects future insurability. Child obesity is on the rise, juvenile diabetes is on the rise. And I always say, facts tell, but stories sell. I work with a woman whose parents got a policy like this for her. Later in life, she had kidney problems, became uninsurable, and you better believe she took advantage of that guaranteed insurability rider to get more coverage. And she talks with every client that she meets with, talks about the importance of locking in their kids' insurability, and she sells over 100 policies a year. It also locks in affordable premiums. When's the best time to buy life insurance? It's now. Life insurance is based on your age and it's based on your health. The longer you wait, the more it costs, and the greater your chances become of not being able to get covered should you have a health change. And then we also have automatic transfer of ownership at age 25. I am a huge believer in juvenile policies. I also want to share a personal story. Me and my wife, we got policies for our girls. This is what we got for Emma. We have her policy in a box like this. We're going to give it to her at age 25. We wrote a letter about why we did it, how much we love her, and we enclosed some pictures of us with her and her new baby sister. Is juvenile policies. There's also a tremendous opportunity with the baby boomers looking to pass on money to their heirs. We are in the midst of the greatest wealth transfer in history. There is $68 trillion projected to be passed on from baby boomers to the next generation. 68 trillion. It's a tremendous opportunity to help these clients pass on this money in a tax favorable basis. Also looking at some recent headlines, investors pull billions from bond, money market funds. Scared investors haven't hoarded this much cash since September 11th, 2001. It's safe to say there's a lot of fear going on right now in the volatility and the uncertainty. I talk with people every day who tell me they took money out of the stock market. Some plan to put it back in at some point. Some just aren't sure what to do with it. There's trillions of dollars sitting on the sidelines and a lot of opportunities to help our clients who are looking for a safe place to put their money to pass on to their loved ones. So let's take a look at Lucille. She's 72. She has 100,000 in CDs, looking to pass on money to her grandkids. She wants a low-risk investment, access to the money, and doesn't want to pay more in taxes while on a fixed income. Well, if we take that 100,000 and put it into a single premium whole life policy, 20,000 into the base and 80,000 into the single premium insurance rider, it immediately leverages that amount that she's going to be able to pass on to her grandkids from 100,000 up to 154,930. That's going to go tax-free, not get stuck in probate, to pass on. There's tons of opportunities out here. If we start asking our clients, where is their safe money? What is it earmarked for? How do you want to pass on your money to the next generation? So tools to help you sell. We have a great marketing team. They've put together brochures, one-page flyers that really help explain these concepts in simple terms for a client to understand, for juvenile, for living benefits, for wealth transfer. We have these seller's guides. They have questions to ask your clients, tips for closing the sale. We have consumer videos. We have social media guides where you can go out, they're pre-approved, you can just copy and paste, put them out there to help generate activity that talk about a lot of these ideas we have talked about today. So if you go out, you can get these tools and resources at assurity.com/children's-whole life and spwl.assurity.com. In my ask of everyone, my mentor always told me there's a rule of 72. If you don't do something within 72 hours of learning about it, the chances of you ever using it dramatically decrease. So I ask everyone on this call to go out to AssureLink or iPipeline or wherever you run illustrations and run a whole life or a single premium whole life illustration on yourself or the last person you sold any insurance policy on. If you don't know where to illustrate, call your wholesaler. We will help you out. Let's take a look at some examples and help you increase your whole life sales and give your clients that matter that they are looking for. And I want to thank everyone for investing their time on the call today. And we will open it up the last minute or so if there's any questions.
I see, again, so we don't have amazing feedback that drives us all crazy. If you want to message, please message in the chat box there, and we can answer questions. Do you have single pay options? Yes, we do have single pay whole life options. We talked about that. Why not critical, chronic, and terminal? We definitely have a chronic and terminal automatically built in, and then critical, we talked about the difference of a defined option versus an accelerated option. And an accelerated option actually reduces the face amount. So if you had a heart attack, stroke, or cancer, your face amount would be reduced if you accelerate for an event like a heart attack that we kind of illustrated. So our solution is a defined option. We are looking at product design and potential to look at the accelerated options as well. But we feel like giving a client that guarantee where they know exactly what they're going to get if they have that heart attack, stroke, or cancer, we feel like that's a great solution, especially for middle market consumers. Does disability income qualify toward convention? Absolutely. So all of our life and health products and annuity products, which is a little bit unusual, count toward Leaders Conference. So that's a great question there. So again, life, health, and annuity. Presentation videos will be sent to attendees. We will definitely try to do that. Someone's asking not available in Florida. So again, definitely check your state availability. There are some differences. So we are kind of working through that. So if we don't have something approved in your state, we're definitely trying to work there on the local level to get it approved. Question on, do premiums increase after each of those events or do they stay even? the premiums stay the same. So they do not increase after you accelerate, let's say for a heart attack, stroke, or cancer in the examples that we use. So premiums do not go up and they're guaranteed. So $600 a month budgeted for 30-plus-year-olds. Look, $600 a month, we know things cost more. You can definitely do a blend or a combo. So I think that's a good question. As agents, as advisors, if somebody basically feels like it's not as affordable, what I would recommend is splitting that up. Maybe you do a $200,000 term and a $100,000 whole life to get the costs down if you're working more on a budget. And then we have great conversion with our products, so you could convert the term to more permanent coverage later without evidence of insurability. So with that question, if budget is an issue, I would recommend a combination sale. So good question there, and hopefully that gives you a solution or another idea to go back if price point's an issue. Great job on the gift box, Kevin. So I definitely like sharing the stories, right? Those are really important. Let's see. Kevin, talk a little bit about the difference between the base and the SPIR, if you don't mind. That was a question that came up.
Yeah, so the single premium insurance rider helps really strengthen the death benefit and the cash value accumulation. So it's designed to give you the opportunity to put more premium within the first year, but a lot of producers will just put it in immediately right away. And it's a really strong feature to help grow the cash value and death benefit quicker and give you more access to have that. If you put, so quick example for that example that I showed, normally it would take about 8 to 10 years to have your cash value back if you put it all in the base. If you did it with that 20-80 split that I showed, Lucia would have access to all of her cash value back projected by year 4. And then for younger clients, we can get it all back in year 2 or 3. So it's just a way to case design it to help the cash value and death benefit grow quicker.
That's great. Another question on wholesale team. We have a dedicated wholesaling team. We have 6 different regions across the country. So we definitely, want to work with you kind of where you're located. Kevin, AssureLink is where they can go and find the contacts. There's basically PDFs and there's contact numbers on AssureLink. If you want to email me in Driskill, that's in DRISKILL @assurity.com. I'm happy to help you kind of find who your wholesaler is. And look, we want to work with you and support you in your business. Is Assurity available in New York? Our health products are approved and available in New York, which is huge. So we're excited about that. We are working on our life products, but if you're in New York and you want to offer critical illness protection, disability income, we are available in New York. Great question there. Are we going to send a presentation? Yes, we will send the presentation to everybody who gave us their email their email. We'll email that out to everybody. So look, I know we're at time. I want to be respectful. We had some great questions there. If we didn't answer your question, please let us know. Kevin, what's the best number for everyone? If they just want to call on the toll-free number to the sales team.
Yeah, they can call into 800-276-7619, extension 4264, and then just ask to be connected with your wholesaler, and they'll be able to get you connected.
And if for some reason they just want to talk to you, Kevin, what's your extension?
Yeah, I am at extension 3585.
Perfect. Well, look, we appreciate everybody taking the time. Again, this is just one of many. We'll continue to provide, quick product training. We understand, your time is valuable and important. And look, we're looking to grow our individual sales channel. We're focused on independent relationships like yourself. And we just appreciate the partnership and the relationship. And we look forward to having success together. So thank you again for taking time out of your day. Everyone have an amazing weekend this weekend. It's Easter weekend with your family and friends. And if you need anything, please let us know. Again, we want to earn your business and help support you as you serve the communities that you serve. So thanks again for the time, and we'll talk to you on the next Zoom meeting. Thank you so much.